Good morning, family. It is December 20th. Vlogmas. Today's Wednesday, I believe. So I'm gonna do my smoothie. Dragon fruit juice. That's what I got in there. And I have some coconut water. And I'll show you the other stuff as I go. Okay, so I'm logged in. Get started to work. Hey, so it's Wednesday afternoon and going back to the post office. So I probably wouldn't go if I didn't, if a friend hadn't told me she sent a package. And I don't know if I had mentioned it during any of these videos, but my mailbox got vandalized. And so, waiting on, there's some stuff going on with that. But anyway, I went and got a P.O. box. And I forgot to mention it to my friend. She knew about the mailbox, but, you know, she probably thinking that it already, you know, I'm already still getting my mail the way I was getting it. And it's not because, yeah. And this was like way back in August. I came out to put some mail in the mailbox for the post, you know, for the mail person to come. And I saw my mailbox was torn up. The little door where you open up to get the mail, it was on the ground, down almost at the neighbor's driveway, and it was all twisted. You know, when I see that, I automatically take it personally. And I know sometimes drivers, they drive too close to the mailboxes, and then sometimes it could be done by spite. You know, people are just mean, or they think it's funny, or whatever. But anyway, yeah, she told me. So if she hadn't told me, because she got a notice that, you know, they couldn't find the address. And I think the reason why is because it's been, you know, it's been like a temporary change of address for me, and it's the P.O. box. And so it just messed up everything. And so things are starting to get back on track with the mail, but I'm noticing that I'm still getting old mail. And when I get notices on my email that, oh, a package is coming, or this is in the mail, like you'll see images of some of the mail that you're going to receive for that day. I won't see that. Let's just say I see something like 4 pieces of mail are gonna come in the mail today: the water department, the electrical, you know, a Christmas card from somebody, and another bill. I won't see that until who knows when. I can't, there's no rhyme or reason. I can't determine and say, oh, I'm gonna see it a couple days from now, and sometimes that happens. You know, I've gotten mail that was sent in an image for a particular day, and then I don't get it until a couple days later. Let me turn this. I feel like I'm getting warm, too warm with the heat on. So it's just really, so I'm just, you know, because she spent money to send it here, and I hope that it doesn't get sent. I should move over. It doesn't get sent back to her. So we'll find out. All right, guys. So I only had like a little postcard advertisement in the mail. I really hate to tell my girlfriend. I'm hoping that tomorrow it'll be in there, because she done paid her good money, and you know, I haven't received it. So I'm getting ready to go into Costco. I may, if I remember, because I get caught up, just like I get caught up at church. I get caught up when I go in the store, and may share it with you, some of the finds I have in there. All right, so I ran low on my non-bread. So I got my non-bread, but I went in Costco. It's not a good place to go. If you've got one thing in mind, and I saw this, I've been thinking about these little things called squishmallows, and they're pillows, and they're so cute. And every time I see them, I think of my granddaughter, and I have a granddaughter that has a birthday coming up, and well, it's about 3 of them anyway, but the closest birthday is this weekend, and so don't know what to get her because she's like 2 years old, and her sister, I think I bought just about every toy. You know what? I didn't buy that many toys. I bought a lot of clothes for her and her sister, but they have a lot of toys, and so you don't want to get the same thing. I think the last thing I got for her sister was it was like a speak and say or something like that. It was like this thing that you see advertised on the internet. And it's like a little plastic holder, and you slide the card in, and it says the name of the the item that you put in there, and it kind of supposed to help kids with their reading and speaking. And so I thought that would be good, and I think at that time their mom was pregnant with the youngest one, and so I was like, well, you know what, after she outgrows it, the next one can use it, and so on and so on and so on. I keep seeing streaks when I get on here. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it, but yeah, what time is it? It's 5:44, and excuse me, it's 54 degrees. So yeah, so I went in there and I wound up buying some things that I'm gonna need because I'm having some family over for the holidays, and so some of the stuff I am gonna need. There was something that I was looking for. I don't know if you've seen the potato corn dogs. I think it's supposed to be the Korean corn dog. So Costco is supposed to be the only place that you can get it at. I tried looking at Sam's about a year ago, and they didn't have it. So I was researching and saw that Costco has it. So this Costco has opened up. It's fairly new. I think it opened up last month, either November or October, one of those months. But anyway, this person going around me, yeah. So I think the last time I was in there, I was looking for it. And then, I know what I was looking for. Actually, I was looking for bacon tonight. Didn't get bacon. I wound up getting everything else other than bacon. I did get my non-bread though. So I'm looking, and I kind of stopped when I went down the aisle at first, and I was something about the packaging that was across from me. It was like this, and I was looking right at it, but I was trying to see, there was something else that was kind of like drawing me to it. Like, what is that? It was some type of was it like a sandwich or something like that? And it was something, was bacon wrapped around it? It was just something that caught my eye, but I guess it wasn't that much of an item because I can't remember what it was. But anyway, so I said, well, you know what, I'm going to turn around. Let me go. I don't think the bacon is down here. So I turned around and I looked over in that area again, and I saw the potato corn. I was like, there they are, the potato corn dogs. So I'm going to give those a try. That is probably out of I probably shouldn't be eating it. I forgot to look at the sodium content in it, and but hey, we're gonna try it. I hope I like it. Because that's something that's so it's potatoes and cheese. Potatoes on the outside and cheese on the inside. And I thought because it's called a corn dog, that it would be a hot dog somewhere, in the middle. But this particular one is just cheese and potatoes. And so I've seen people eat them, and some people have liked the potato one. Then there's some other ones, but they actually go to a restaurant, a store, whatever, and they get these corn dogs. But I believe there's a place here in Atlanta that has it. One of my old coworkers told me about it, but we never got a chance to go. So I will hit you back up later. Okay. So I don't know if I mentioned this when I was in the car and talking about how I shouldn't have spent so much money at Costco. This is one of the items that I was looking for. Last time I was in Costco and I didn't see it. I knew Costco carried it. But today I saw it. And so it's not bad. It's got a nice little taste to it. I put it in the oven. The instructions on the package said 13 minutes, 12 or 13 minutes. So I had it in there, over 26 minutes or something. It was over 26 minutes. So it's pretty good. I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. And then there's my old baked chicken. So, I'm being rude. Hold on. Ooh. Taste it. Created the game again, the app again. Don't want that. Bingo chips. And we got the, I forget. Oh Lord, kick me out. Yep, kick this. Let's see. We got the bingo chips. Let's see if we can get the mini game. Ooh. Oh Lord. Okay. Well, that's it for tonight, guys. Hey, good morning. It's December 21st. And I'm logged into work. But I wanted to share something with you. Soft and chewy granola bars. I used to buy granola bars for my sons. And so there's 64 in here. And it was $9.99. $9.99. That's one of the things I got at Costco. I'm not sure if I should have or not. But looking at the in the back, the sodium is 35 milligrams, 7 grams of sugar, 100 calories. Yeah. So I'm gonna try this out. So as you can see, take a bite. Take a bite. Not bad. You know, you never know what these. Ooh, you never. You never know with items like this. I remember seeing about a couple of months ago where someone was reviewing the nutritional facts or whatever of like protein bars, granola bars, whatever that you get out of, I think, it was either Costco or Sam's. And he was saying, I can't remember. I was thinking about that yesterday too, but I said, let me try these and see what's up. I mean, they taste good. I haven't had a granola bar in a long time. You know, when my sons were young, I used to buy them for them so that they would have something to munch on either during lunch or whatever, or most of the time they would be eating it on the way to school. So, or it could be something that when they came home. But one of my sons, probably both of them, but I know one of them because he used to actually take leftovers and warm them up and eat them. And like when you came home, it'd be smelling good in there. So I showed him how to use it. I mean, when he was older. But I showed him how to use the stove and the microwave and all of that. And so, and that helped him because as he got older, he was cooking. Like, he's not a chef, but he's not bad. So anyway, but yeah. So if anybody has any information about this is the Costco brand Kirkland granola bars, if they're really of nutritional value. So just something I'm trying. I mean, because you could be eating something and consuming something and really thinking that you're doing good, and meanwhile it's spiking something or making some kind of level or pressure go into an unhealthy level. And it's just something for me to think about because of going through this program here. We could take snapshots of our meals, or you can just annotate it. And so I've been taking pictures of them so that they actually see what I'm doing. Even yesterday, I kind of messed up with that potato corn dog. I sent it. I said, I know I'm not supposed to be eating this, but, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, just kind of, they broke down like potatoes have some kind of nutritional value in it, protein or something like that. That's terrible. I need to go back and read what they said. But anyway, so I didn't feel too bad about it, especially because of the way I've been eating. I've been really, they did compliment me on that they could tell that I'm taking into consideration what I'm eating, and I am. It's just the snacks, man, the snacks. So anyway, I'm going to jump off here. I just wanted to share that about the granola bar. See you later. Hey guys, so logged out of work. So I'm trying to go to the post office again to see if I can, if I got a package. So I saw something in my email about mail. So we're going to go give it a try. I just may have to wind up going tomorrow too. But I saw something and it made me, it reminded me of something that I used to do every year. And I think I stopped doing it when I started living with my parents after my mom had that fall. I was with them from then on. But anyway, what I used to do was take I saw something, was it in Pinterest or whatever? And I said, I'm going to try to do that. What it is you write down during the year, you write down the good things that have happened to you, the bad things that have happened to you, and you put it in a container. And at the end of the year, I would read through all these things, these events and stuff that would happen during the year. And it gives you a sense of accomplishment. Although the things that may not have been favorable will probably give you some insight of where you have grown. And I said, I think I thought about it last year, like, oh man, I haven't been doing, I need to do that again. So I think I'm going to try that again. But my question is there something like that that you've been doing or have done in the past? And, how long were you doing it? What were the benefits of it? Were there any benefits of it? Like I used to tell people that, like I just mentioned, you learn from if there were some unfavorable things that you found in a container or read over. What did you learn from it? What did you get from it? And of course, the favorable things, of course, those are the things that are, you really like those. But yeah, so it kind of made me think of, because I think I read something and it said something about the year. That's what it was. I read that and it made me think of that. I was like, wow, I remember I used to take those events and put them in a container and then read them back. And so it says something about, haven't you look back on the beginning of the year and see how much it didn't say grow or how much you've accomplished, just something like that. And so I had to think of some things. And so at the beginning of the year, there were some things that I needed to get accomplished, and I was really concerned. I was afraid. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. And normally that's what fear is, false evidence appearing real. You get these ideas in your head, or maybe you open up to somebody and say, you know what, I really want to do this. And they were like, well, why you want to do that? This is going to happen. That's going to happen more than likely. And then you get to thinking about that and you're like, wow, that could happen. Or, it's happened to so-and-so when they tried it. And so, but it was like I had to do something. And so, yeah. So, I think, I'm trying to think of something that I did besides that. Something else that I did that was really, I can't think of anything this year. I mean, I could talk about working from home, but I really started in 2020, the end of 2021. So it wasn't that. I don't know. So what would you say it is? Well, maybe the thing that I decided to do was lose weight and get a little bit more serious. And it's kind of sad that I had to look at a picture. I already knew, I knew the way my clothes were fitting. When I looked in the mirror, I was like, I wasn't happy. But it took me to see that picture. And I was like, oh my God. Because that day I had put on a sweater. And I noticed that the sweater was fitting tighter than it was the last time I had put it on. And prior to that, I had a doctor's appointment. I think maybe about a week before that, I had a doctor's appointment. And that's the first thing, I think I mentioned that before, they do. When I come to my routine doctor's appointment, they take me right back in that room where the weight is. And I stand on there and I peek and see, and I'm like, it's still the same. Might be even more this time. So I may have, and I used to ask the nurse that, and it had gotten to the point where I was afraid to ask. You know, I used to ask her, did I lose weight or did I gain weight? And she would tell me. I remember that one time when I lost weight, and I really thought that maybe I felt a loss, but I thought, oh, you probably lost like 3 pounds or something like that. But I had lost a significant amount. I can't remember, it was like 5 or more pounds. And yeah, but anyway, yeah. So that's an accomplishment that I got started. I'm not finished. I didn't reach my goal, because signing up with that program, you have to set a goal. So by this time, I think it's sometime next year, I have to look at it again. I will have lost, and my goal is 51 pounds. And so I was, the coach that I have, she was asking me, have I noticed anything? I think she's trying to get me to start measuring myself, like putting myself on the scale and doing all of that. Because at least you have some type of, you have a benchmark. And so, and you have an idea if you're doing, you know, if you've made some progress. And so I was telling her about how I get anxious in doing that. I was telling her about how I have high blood pressure, and the doctor, you know, encouraged me to get a blood pressure cuff, a monitor, whatever you want to call it. And I did. I went overboard. I think I got 3 of them. I got one. I had one at work. I had one at home. And I don't know what I did with the third one. I think with the third one, I think I gave to my, I don't think I gave it to my sister. I think I gave it to my mom. Because she had asked me, and she was saying that before she got sick, she had asked for the blood pressure. Did not have another one. She said, I had yours, but I don't know what. I forgot what she said. Something like she didn't know what happened to it, or it broke, or something like that. I know the one I had at work, when I left that job and I went to another job, I accidentally left it. And I think I was told it got thrown away. And so, you know, anyway. But, yeah, so I'm at the post office now. Let me get in here and see if I have anything. I should be back. Okay, so no mail at all, not even junk mail. Yesterday I had junk mail, today nothing. And so I can hear people back there. And so I'm just wondering, I'm thinking that I'm going to start receiving stuff after the holidays. Because, you know, I have no idea what the working situation is like when you work for the post office. But just working at the previous, looking back on when I worked out of the home and knowing during the holidays, people just don't, you know, there's a lot of people that are on vacation, you know, and then there's people that either they don't have the time, or they just didn't put in the time, or they waited to the last minute to put in the time and they can't get it, and so they're working, or they have to work. And so after a while, they be like, you know what, the supervisor ain't gonna be there, such and such ain't gonna be there, I'm not going in. So, you know, it's probably like that. But anyway, I was just listening to the comedian Gary Owen, his podcast, and he was talking about a lot of things, but the most of it was about his family. And so for those of you who don't know, he was married, and I think maybe 3 years ago there was his information about his divorce became public, and he was saying that that's how his kids found out. And he's really wanting to get their relationship back the way it was. And but when he reaches out to them, he can't. I think one of them he does. He's able to kind of, but it's still not the way it used to be from the way he's describing. So his ex-wife had a child before him, and I think when they got married, he might have been a teenager or whatever. And so him and his ex-wife had 2 kids together, a boy and a girl. So he was talking about his daughter. She graduated from college, and he had mentioned on his podcast, earlier podcast, that he was going to go to the graduation. And somehow, the word got back. The podcast, the word got back to her, and they didn't. I think he got word, don't do this, don't do that. I guess he was given all kinds of instruction, like don't try to approach her and don't do this and that. But he went anyway, and he didn't try to approach her. He just wanted to go because he said he's very proud of her. She graduated within 3.5 years, and she was summa cum laude. And she went to an HBCU in North Carolina A&T. And I think he said he thought that after they had a mediation, and he thought once that was over with, that things would be better. And so he was talking about some of the things that were in the media that they were saying about him, like he wasn't paying any bills, and he said to some extent he couldn't, but to another, he listed the things, he mentioned the things that he was paying, and then the things he couldn't, because of, I guess he was being advised by his lawyer or whatever. And but he said he made sure his ex-wife, and he made sure his kids are okay. He said he paid her tuition, he paid for her apartment when she was in college, and Christmas he sends things, and he said last year he sent things, and the oldest son, the one that that's not his biological son, was the only one who reached out to him and said thank you. And so it seems like his kids, from what he's saying, his biological kids are upset, and they are, because they feel like he just left the mother high and dry, and they said he was doing the bare minimum. So but I think he's trying to get with them and connect with them so that he can tell them his side of the story. So there's always 2 sides of the story, and divorce is not easy. I went through that too. I think the kids feel like they're being pulled, like the mom might be pulling on the right arm and the father might be pulling on the left arm. And it's just a lot. And I used to try to talk to my kids after the divorce. I think during the divorce too, but they really didn't want to talk about it. And I have 2 sons, and so boys are taught, you don't express yourself, you don't cry, you don't do this, you don't do that, so it was really difficult. But I think that was one of the reasons why. And one of my sons acted out in school, and it was so bad that it was funny, because it was like I think I was being called, I got called like 2 times. And so the second time I was talking to I think it was the principal, was he the assistant principal? Anyway, it was one of them. And so he was like, are you guys new to the school? Like, is it because, and I explained to him, I said, no, me and his dad are going through a divorce, and, this is his way of acting out, He don't want to talk about it, but he letting us know he ain't, he ain't feeling it. So, it's kind of, I don't know if that person's trying to move down here, but anyway, it was kind of funny. But at the time, it wasn't funny because he had told me, one more incident, I'm going to have to put him out of school. And so I was like, oh my God. And we were getting ready to leave. So it was a military community. My son's dad I was military too, but then after I had my son, my oldest son, I wound up getting out and then working for the Department of Defense. And, just being a military spouse and being a mom and all of that. And, but then, when we went through the divorce, it was time for me. I wasn't the spouse anymore. The kids were, his kids, but, I just had to, we had to leave. So, we had, I think we were leaving like at the end of the year. I was just kind of like, thinking to myself, will he just stop the acting up? And you go through the thing of fussing at him, yelling at him, and threatening this and that, but they don't care. They're hurting, and this is the way that they express it. Of course, I'm sounding all empathetic and sympathetic now, but then I was hurt too, so my delivery wasn't that nice. But now I can look back on it and see. I knew he was hurting then, and that was his way of letting us all know that he was not happy about the divorce. So divorces it's terrible. I don't want, and you probably heard other people say, and you may have said it, you don't wish that on your worst enemy. It's difficult, it's painful, it's it's not easy. You see people, the person that you pledged your love to, and that you were gonna be there through thick and thin, rich or poor, sickness or health, and all these things, and then next thing you know, you fighting over the simplest thing, article of clothing, a person, kids. Some people fight over dogs, their pets. It's just money. Oh my gosh. It's just a lot. And you just see sides of people that you see a side of that person that you may not have seen at all. Like, ooh, I didn't know they were that devious or that calculating, or I didn't know. And I did some things too that was just like terrible, Cheryl. That's not cool. But again, you just see some things. They see a side of you that they never. You may have seen a side of yourself. Like, whoa, I did that. But anyway, so I have to pick up something else I realized I didn't have. Is that a whole parking space right there? Or is that, I can't see let me go on down here. That was weird. Let me park over here. I saw one of those, I don't know if you've seen those flatbeds. They're like shopping carts, but they're flatbeds. People use them when they got a lot of things that they're purchasing and saying. There was one in the parking space, but it was off to the side, so I was going to try to park in the space next to it, but I couldn't see where the one parking space ended and the next one began. Oh, it looks like this person is moving, so I think I'm going to pull up and pull into that. parking space. Let's try that. So when I get up, I can just pull out. Okay. So,
call my attorney, Riot Greathouse,
on the road, going home, and as you can see, it's a lot
or find them online at atltriallaw.com.
Hi, welcome to IKEA and our winter sale. Hi,
so I don't even know if I mentioned,
70% savings.
oh, sorry, where I was in Costco, and it wasn't busy, and, I mean, you know, it was busy, but it wasn't like on the weekends. Oh my God. It's crazy in there. But, you know, everybody's buying last minute things. And, yeah. So I picked up these, salmon bites. That's a, I don't know, a lot of things, that's the pronunciation of the word. A lot of people will go and just argue and have a whole conversation about what's the correct way to pronounce them. But anyway, I saw them. I've been looking at them every time I go to Walmart's, Sam's, and I always want to taste them. I think somebody's vlog that I watch on YouTube, I think they tried it, and I should have put something in. I should have asked them in the comments section if they how they liked the salmon bites. But anyway, so yeah, so this is gonna be the last day of the vlog. So this one is going to be 19, 20, 21. Is this no, today's not the last day. Tomorrow's going to be the last day, the 22nd. And actually, 25th is going to be the very, very last day. But the 25th. So I'm not sure what, you know, my vlogs aren't that, you know, exciting, but just sharing a bit of my world, and hoping it, like, it doesn't bother. I love watching people share their day with me. There are several YouTubers, vloggers that share their day, and I enjoy watching it. It's not boring to me. You're just sharing parts of your life, and we don't see everything, you know. We may think we see everything. We may think we know these people, but we don't know them, and we don't see everything. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here because this part I know is not exciting. You're looking at the back of this van, and and I'm inching along, and I still have a ways to go. So check in with you later. Hey, so it's Friday. We made it. And well, they let us go early, 3 o'clock. And so I'm on my way to the post office again, because according to my email, I should have some mail. So we're gonna see. I can imagine, you know, I'm on the outside looking in, and so I can imagine that the people that work at the post office, they're bogged down with a lot of work, and post office all around are, you know, they're tasked, and you know, they're slammed with so much mail. I know my dad used to work at the post office during the holidays, I guess to make a little extra money, and he said that he was surprised that people receive their mail, because I guess the way things now, this is in New York, and you know, and not saying all post offices in New York and all over the world, I mean in the United States, operate that way, but he was saying there was mail on the floor, you know, just imagine. So if there's so much there's so much mail that there's mail on the floor, then that's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I can imagine. So, and someone else, my insurance company called me and asked, did I receive something? There's some kind of form after, you know, when my policy renews, there's some kind of form, I can't think of the name of it, that they ask that I sign every, you know, at the beginning or the end of a policy. And the person texted me about it, and I did see it in my email that I was receiving mail from the insurance company. But I did receive some mail from the insurance company, but it wasn't that particular form they were talking about. I thought it was when I saw the picture of the image of the envelope. I thought, oh, this must be what they're talking about. And then, like, maybe about that same day or a day later or so, I received some mail from them, but it wasn't that form they were talking about. It was just the policy renewal and the cards, the ID cards. So it was crazy. So I gotta ask my son too about did he receive anything. But anyway, yeah, the thing with the mailbox is just really crazy, and I really got to get on that. And there's some other things that I kind of let slip because I was concentrating on this one thing, and then once that got done, I was like, okay, so now I got to do this. And I was just overwhelmed, and so let me get over here. I got overwhelmed, and then with the holidays, anyway, it's just a lot. So I can imagine that they're slammed, because thinking back on when I worked at college around this time of the year, well, this time I would be home, I would be off until January. I think we would get off like mid-month, December or something like that. But before then, let's say November, December, we were working hard. And that was when we were operating using more paper than we should have. And then right after I left, right before I left, they were working on incorporating methods where you didn't have to use paper, or you could do things electronically and digitally and all that. So, but then right after I left, they just nipped that in the bud and didn't use that much paper. So I left that college and went to another one, which was nearby, and they used more paper than I was like, I just knew that they were going to be operating on the same level that Spelman was when I left. And so I was like, wow, I was surprised. So I guess I wonder if they're going to have a Christmas concert out here. They call this area the square, and I guess it's kind of like a square. But anyway, they have like around Halloween, they had like a little thing for the kids, and kids were all dressed up in costumes and everything. And then this time, I see they got a Christmas tree. They got it all set up, reindeer, and they have a tent. And I hear some music, and I see a stage, so it's looking like someone's going to perform. So I'm wondering if they have concerts out here during the summer. Oh, look at this. There's a whole bunch of people out here. So they must be having a Christmas party. But anyway, because the park that I walk at, they have, during the summer, they have a food truck event every, what is it, like every Tuesday, Wednesday? And then they were starting to have concerts a couple of years before COVID, and then COVID shut everything down. And so now we have an amphitheater, and so if they want to have concerts, I'm thinking they're probably going to have it at the amphitheater, which will probably, because those concerts were free, so now they're probably not even free. Guessing, because if you're going to have it in a venue like that, you're going to have to pay for certain things. See, so when they had it out near the park, everything's open. It's a community place, and so I'm guessing that they get money from the state or the county or whatever. Let me know. Any of you work for the county or the state? Let me know if you know about that kind of thing. But anyway, yeah. So yesterday I was talking about the question that was posed about how much you've grown over the year, or what did you accomplish over the year. And so yeah, I it's yeah, I'm thinking about this traffic and thinking about what I need to do once I leave the post office. So I'm gonna jump back on here later. Inch. Okay. So I tried to see if I could pick up a couple of things. I thought of a couple of things for different people, and it was just the line. And I went in Sam's. I really needed, that's what I was supposed to pick up yesterday, and even if I went yesterday, it wouldn't have been there. So two things, and they didn't have it. And so I went in Marshall's. I did see something, but the line was like all the way back to the end of the store. And so I was like, you know what? I need to go through everything and see what I've got. So I went to, when I went to Sam's, I said, let me get a slice of pizza. I know that's probably over. I don't think I would have gone over my, the amount of calories for the day. So I had a taco sliders, and they were chicken, boneless, skinless chicken with jalapenos and broccoli slaw sprinkled on there, and sauce, taco sauce. I think I had 3 of those, and they're small, so that would equal up to like 1.5, not even a half of a taco, but maybe so. and I drank water. And so I don't know, I got a slice of pizza. And I wanted some from Sam's since I was in there. And I noticed there was a long line, and I noticed there was no pizza coming out of the oven. Because normally if you don't see them on the rack there, you'll see the pizza coming out of the, and they usually have somebody on the side to get the pizzas and cut them up. But so the person that was at the cash register, they were only serving hot dogs, and was there anything else that they do? I think they do churros. They don't do pretzels. I think that might be Costco. I don't even think Costco does, and I just came from Costco. So the guy said we don't have any more food. They had hot dogs, but I don't think they had much. So I think they closed their little kitchen area, or whatever you want to call it, food court, around 4 o'clock. It had to be about 4 or 4:30, because I think it's 5 now. It's 5:28. And then I went over to Marshall's. That's where I saw them long lines. I should have known. And I walked out. I saw a couple of things, but it wasn't worth the wait to me. So I left. And then I said, well, you know what? I got to drive by Costco anyway. Let me go and see if I can get a slice of pizza. Because I can't remember if I have everything. I know I have the bread. I can use the naan bread as the dough. I don't remember if I have sauce or cheese. And so I said I'll get a slice. So anyway, that's what I got. And so they got a different way you add, and now that I think about it, that you order pizza, I thought you just wait online like you do at Sam's. You just wait online and order what you want. So I noticed a lot of people had receipts, and so I was like, I asked this lady, I said, where's the line? And she said, well, you go here and you order, and then they call your number. You get a receipt, numbers on the receipt, and they call your number. And I said, thank you. So, man, I would have been standing there waiting for a slice and walked up to the kid. They would have thought I was crazy. But anyway, the other Costco, the other Costco, that's how you would order. But I think the last time I got pizza from the other Costco was like 2020. No, it was after, I think, when everything opened up. Well, it had to be 2021. No. Anyway, I think it was after everything opened up. But anyway, and I should have known, because I think the last time I went to I visited with my son, and I went to Costco with him and his wife, and him and family. And now that my daughter-in-law, now that I think about it, I was like, that's right, she did go to the cash register, and I thought she had told the guy what she wanted. I have to ask them. I can't remember. That Costco, like, you have to really be on your toes. You got to move fast. You can't be like, you can't take the time to look at nothing. You just got to go. Like, I always joke with them about that. I said, I love you guys, Costco, but you got to be like, you got to be on it. You got to be moving. You got to know what you want, where it's at. Get your card out that you're going to pay with, or your cash. Because they are not going to, I didn't catch that light. You got to, okay, but now all these other cars are going, so I probably could have went. But anyway, yeah, it's really, really funny, that area. And the parking is like, you really got to jockey for a parking space, and it's just really, really not chaotic, but you can't be, like I said, you can't be moving slow out there. I was getting stressed out. The last time I went with my son and his family, somebody was like on my heels, and I was like, oh my gosh, will this person just go around? So I was trying to find a space where I could just move off to the find some space to move off, and they can walk, the person can walk around me, because that person was on my back. Like, they did not, I guess they knew the place. I don't know, you know, when you frequent a store, you know exactly where the paper towels are, the juices, the diapers, whatever you're looking for, because you're so used to going to that particular store. Not unless, because, you know, I noticed they're changing the way, you know, certain areas in stores, they're doing that, especially Walmart. And I know Walmart's not the only store. There's a lot of stores that do that. They change where they have things at. And I heard they do that because so it will discourage people from stealing, but I don't think that that really does. If people really want to steal, they're gonna find a way to steal. So, what time is it now? What did I say? It's 5:28, 5:33. And I'm just gonna go home. So today's the last day of, well, next to I still got some more days. So I'm gonna do this last day, fill you guys in on a couple more things that I'm gonna do today, which is really not much. And then I'll upload the video. But and then I'll fill you guys in on, what's it, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay. There's somebody on my back. Yes. See all these pop-ups. Frosty Farm. Are you ready to deck your plots with bunches of flowers this winter? Grab your snow boots and get farming to win chips. Not now. I'm trying to get my bingo chips. Oh. So I got 330 bingo chips. That's not the daily bingo chips that I normally get. It's in addition. Okay, that's for me to play that game, and I'm not really wanting to I don't want to play right now. I'm trying to get my bingo chips. It always does that. Finally. Okay. I guess that was it. Okay. Well, I'm going to log off of here. Good night, y'all.